The sales technique that feels like helping. Most salespeople sound like they're trying to sell something, and that's exactly why they're failing. Today, I'm going to show you the one sales technique that doesn't feel like selling at all. It feels like helping. And when you master this approach, prospects will thank you for selling to them. But here's what most salespeople don't realize. The best sales conversations don't feel like sales conversations. They feel like consulting sessions where you're genuinely trying to solve someone's problem. I'm going to give you the exact framework that makes this happen. I'm Mauricio Paz, and if you're ready to stop selling and start helping your way to more closes, let's get started. Here's why most sales approaches fail. They're focused on the seller, not the buyer. The salesperson is thinking about their quota, their commission, their product features, their company benefits. They're not thinking about the prospect's problems, goals, fears, or desired outcomes. When you sound like you're trying to sell something, people put their guard up. They become defensive. They start looking for reasons to say no. They feel like they're being hunted, and nobody likes that feeling. But when you sound like you're trying to help them solve a problem, everything changes. Their guard comes down. They become collaborative. They start looking for reasons to say yes. They feel like they found an advisor, not a salesperson. The difference between selling and helping isn't what you do, it's how you think about what you do. When you're selling, you're trying to get something from them. When you're helping, you're trying to give something to them. Having the right mindset includes a few simple things. Have gratitude, surround yourself with positive people, set clear, attainable goals so you stay grounded, and keep that mental positive flow. Apply this mindset to your sales conversations. Be grateful for the opportunity to help someone solve a problem. Stay positive about the outcomes you can create for them. Set clear goals around their success, not just your commission. Here's a technique that feels like helping. Position yourself as a consultant, not a salesperson. Consultants don't sell products, they diagnose the problems and prescribe solutions. When a consultant walks into a room, they're not there to pitch, they're there to understand. They ask questions, they listen, they analyze, they provide insights, they offer recommendations. And if their recommendation happens to be something they can provide, that's just a natural outcome of the consulting process. This is how you need to approach every sales conversation. You're not there to sell your product or service, you're there to understand their situation and help them find the best solution, which may or may not be what you offer. Here's how you structure a sales conversation that feels like helping. Phase 1, understand their current state. Start by understanding where they are right now. What's working, what's not working, what challenges are they facing, what's the impact of those challenges. Don't jump into your pitch, don't talk about your solution, just focus on understanding their world completely. Phase 2, clarify their desired states. Help them articulate where they want to be, what does success look like, what would you have to happen for them to consider this problem solved? What outcomes are they hoping to achieve? Again, no pitching, just helping them get clear on their goals. Phase 3, identify the gap. Now help them see the gap between where they are and where they want to be. What's preventing them from getting there? What obstacles are in their way? What would need to change? This is where you add massive value by helping them see their situation more clearly. Phase 4, explore solutions. Only now do you start talking about solutions. But here's the key. You explore all possible solutions, not just yours. What options do they have? What are the pros and cons of each approach? What would work best for their specific situation? Phase 5, make your recommendation based on everything you've learned. Make your professional recommendation. If your solution is the best fit, recommend it. If it's not, be honest about that too. That's what builds real trust. You know what makes this approach work? Confidence. You have to be confident enough in your ability to help that you're willing to have conversations where you might not make a sale. So if you let go of that fear and step into the new person you want to be, walk into a room like you own it, that's going to resonate with people around you. When you walk into a sales conversation with confidence of someone who's there to help, not sell, everything changes. You ask better questions, you listen more carefully, you provide more value. And ironically, you close more deals. The secret ingredient in this approach is genuine curiosity. You have to be genuinely curious about their business, their challenges, their goals, their situation. You can't fake this. When you're genuinely curious, you ask follow-up questions, you dig deeper, you want to understand not just what they're dealing with, but what it matters to them. This level of interest and engagement is what separates consultants from salespeople. Most salespeople ask surface-level questions just to get their pitch. Consultants ask deep questions because they genuinely want to understand and help. When objections come up, you handle them differently. Instead of overcoming objections, you explore concerns. What specific aspects do you want to think through? Maybe I can provide some additional information that would be helpful. You're not trying to overcome their resistance. You're trying to understand their concerns and help them work through them. Here's what happens when you use this approach. You build massive trust. People trust consultants more than salespeople because consultants are focused on their success, not their own commission. When someone trusts you, they tell you things they'd never tell a typical salesperson. They share their real concerns, their budget constraints, their decision-making process, and their timeline. This information makes it much easier to help them and close the deal. Instead of saying, let me tell you about our product, you say, help me understand your current process. Instead of saying to them, here are our features, you say, based on what you've told me, here are the key things that would need to change. Instead of saying, we're the best solution, you say, give your specific situation, here's what I recommend and why. Instead of saying, when can we get started, you say, what would need to happen for you to feel confident to move forward. Now, here's what happens when you master this approach. Your conversations become more engaging because people love talking about their challenges and goals. Your close rates increase because you're building trust and providing value. Your sales cycles get shorter because people don't feel like they're being sold to. But most importantly, you start enjoying sales again. When you're genuinely helping people solve problems, sales become fulfilling, not stressful. Listen up. You weren't born to be a pushy salesperson. You were born to be a problem solver who helps people achieve their goals. But here's the thing. Mastering the consultant approach to selling isn't something you can learn overnight. That's why I created Scaling with Mo, my exclusive school community where salespeople, business owners, and entrepreneurs, where people come together to master consultative selling and relationship-based business growth. Inside Scaling with Mo, you'll get access to my proven consultant frameworks, question banks, and conversation guides. You'll get weekly live coaching calls where we practice these techniques in real scenarios. And you'll get a community of high performers who understand that the best salespeople don't sound like salespeople at all. Now, this isn't just another sales training program. This is where salespeople transform into trusted advisors, where you'll learn to help your way to higher closers, bigger deals, and stronger relationships. If you're serious about becoming the kind of salesperson that prospects actually want to talk to, and if you're ready to stop selling and start helping, then you need to be in this community. The link is in the description below. Join Scaling with Mo today for free, and let's master the art of helping your way to success. Now remember, we don't make excuses, we train. And if you're not training, you're complaining. Stop selling, start helping, let's get it, let's fucking go.